I'm Matthew Tofu, and these are your WolvHaven headlines. Late April came and went, but we now have an update on the server's planned migration back to France. Owner Silverwolf announced on the 23rd of May that he would be taking over the move and had rescoped the operation accordingly. Most notably, the server's survival multiplayer aspect will not be making the trip to Europe, with Pangaea, the Nether, and the End set to be removed by the 2nd of June as part of preparatory works for the move. The update on the migration comes as WolvHaveners face ongoing difficulties to connect to the server. Players from across the world, including Singapore at times, despite being where the server is currently hosted, have experienced pings frequently above 1,000, making playing on the server difficult. This comes following what can only be deemed as an unstable period on the server, with network complications commonplace in the first half of the year. The most disruptive, in early March, rendered the server inaccessible to players for nearly 10 days. These disruptions come following network upgrades in summer 2023, which have also led to the suspension of web services, with the restoration of the Minecraft server itself having been prioritized. A temporary stopgap website, however, was created in December 2023, with it now being set to become the permanent replacement to the old WordPress site. The new site, hosted on GitHub, has the advantage of remaining accessible even if the Minecraft server is disrupted. The wiki, however, remains closed. Over 30 Canadian claims were deemed abandoned as part of a cleanup led by CARD Head of Department Matthew Tofu. The operation, launched in February, split claims into two categories, one being claims who had already been deemed inactive at that point and were thus liable for removal or open to adoption, and claims at risk of being deemed abandoned, with claim owners requested to contact the department to clarify whether they wanted to retain or rescind their claims. In mid-May, Matthew Tofu announced that all claims whose owners had not explicitly requested to retain them would be considered abandoned and open to adoption. CARD's head of department also announced a radical new proposal for Calidia's upcoming mainline network, dubbed Project Sodor. As part of the plan, CARD would own and maintain all tracks, while private operators would be invited to operate their own services on them. The scheme received backlash from players who were opposed to the nationalization of already built infrastructure, leading to CARD quickly reversing its position on that aspect of the plan. As a result, existing privately owned infrastructure will be allowed to join the mainline network, as long as their owners implement the train cards technology needed for rail liberalization and keep a central database essential to the organization of the rail network up to date. As part of this, construction of the first phase of the publicly owned mainline network has started between Calidia's spawn and Newgate City. The first town hall was held in January, with topics such as WolvHaven's transition to a creative server, updates to Vision 2023, and a state of the WolvHaven community being discussed. A replay of the Asian and European session is available on demand on our YouTube channel. Announced during that town hall, ImageFrame, the replacement to the previous Image on Map plugin, was introduced to the server earlier this year. The new plugin retains the same features as its predecessor, with the added ability to refresh and update already placed images. However, issues with the plugin occurred in early May, with the plugin seemingly having malfunctioned with all maps having vanished. The fault was restored a week later, though no comment has been made on the cause of the issue, though Newsnet has learned that it is not linked to the plugin itself, and the chances of a similar issue reoccurring are low. And finally, Matt's Fast Food celebrated its 10th year on WolvHaven with the launch of a new logo in January. In a statement, Matt's Fast Food's parent company, Centrum M and May Concepts Limited CEO Matthew Tofu stated that as the exact date that the franchise was brought to WolvHaven was unknown, that they were making the entirety of 2024 a year of celebration for the fast food chain. He also added that stores would gradually be renovated to feature the new look, with added facilities such as bathrooms also being added. And those are your WolvHaven headlines. Stay tuned for a full news bulletin next month.